So here's a question. Will apple cider vinegar actually break your fast? Because it does have carbohydrate. Okay, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar has 0.01 grams of carbohydrates. So it's not going to really break the fast more than a nanosecond. But if you're consuming balsamic vinegar, 3 grams of carbs. Rice vinegar, 6 grams of carbs. So these two comparatively have a lot more than apple cider vinegar. But if you're using just a tiny bit on your salad dressing, I think it's going to be okay. But what is vinegar? Vinegar is acetic acid. There's some other things in there, but it's mainly acetic acid. Now, where does this come from? It comes from acetic acid bacteria. So this bacteria ferments the carbs, the apple carbohydrates. So it's breaking down the carbohydrates with certain enzymes and eventually turning it into vinegar. So fermentation is basically the breakdown of carbs, sugar, or alcohol by bacteria. The Latin derivation of the word vinegar means sour wine. And the reason why they add sulfites to the wine is to prevent this bacteria from turning the alcohol into vinegar, because sulfites suppress this bacteria. Now, when I was 11 years old, in the backyard, we had this crab apple tree. And so I took this bushel basket of crab apples through the cornfield up to this hill where this farmer lived. And he actually had a press, and we turned all those apples into apple juice. So we had them in jugs. So I took these jugs of apple juice, took them back home, put them in the backyard. And the next couple days I came back and I wanted to drink some of this juice. And I noticed it tasted very, very strange. And the more I drank, the more I felt really relaxed and I felt really good, because the fermentation process turned that apple juice into alcohol. So as I noticed over time, after a couple more days, this alcohol spiked apple juice turned into a very bitter vinegar. So even the armies of the Spartans consume vinegar for strength. They made this thing called black soup, which is a combination of boiled pig legs, blood, salt, and vinegar. Sounds like a great keto recipe. We'll have to try it sometime. But the real interesting thing about apple cider vinegar is that, yes, it has a very tiny amount of carbohydrate, but it has the ability to stabilize your blood sugars and decrease insulin and improve insulin resistance. And anything that will decrease insulin will help you lose weight. And because it stabilizes your blood sugar, your hunger goes down and your energy will go up. So you really don't have to be worried about consuming apple cider vinegar while you're on a fast. In fact, I encourage it, and it'll actually help you go longer and give you energy. And if you haven't seen this video on apple cider vinegar, check it out right now.